also finished third in the PMCO Spring Split 2021 but secured a spot in the PMPL South Asia Finals Season 3. Their sudden and meteoric rise has grabbed everyone's eyeballs. The reason 1952 want to watch and learn from is because one can relate to them. Unlike several strong teams out there, 1952 didn't have elaborate strategies or remarkable rotations. What they do have is a strong base of fundamentals that helps them in every situation. Very often, normal players like us try to replicate what the pros do in our own games and fail because those strategies require a certain amount of teamwork and better mechanical dexterity that we haven't developed yet. But if we stick to the fundamentals that 1952 swears by, there is a lot to learn from them. They follow basic concepts like trade fragging and double peeking to win their fights. Trade fragging refers to following up after your teammates' fights. Double peeking, as the name suggests, refers to peeking enemies together. You might be playing against the best teamer in the world, but no matter how good they are limited by the fact that they can only shoot one person at a time. They can't shoot both of you down unless you line up. The same is relevant the other way around as well. Whenever you're in a clutch situation, always try to have only one enemy on your screen at a time. Isolating 1v1 fights is the key to avoid getting traded out. That's the best part about their gameplay that we should learn about. 1952 was a volatile and unpredictable team. Since they are young and not very experienced, they sometimes tend to make more spontaneous decisions that may or may not work out in their favor. Sometimes even more experienced teams face this issue. If it's one of those games where a circle tosses a curveball, everyone's well thought out strategy goes right out of the window. In such games, it's sticking to these fundamentals that will bring you success. Let's take a better look at how they do it with the help of some examples. Let's start with a good double peek. Look at how Magnet and Entry attack in tandem. Magnet swings left, Entry swings right. There's no way Hungrybox can shoot both of them. Another example of how they back each other up can be seen in Miramar from the same day's matches. 1952 Magnet tosses really good grenades where he knocks out two people from Carnegie's foes. Unfortunately, he blows himself up in the process as well, but that's okay because they still have more players on their feet and the revival comes through quickly. Magnet rushes in to finish what he started, Taufik right behind him. He knows that Carnegie Sports are reviving in the house, so he tries to push. Just as he's about to enter the house, he sees the door of the other house swing open. He instructs Taufik to deal with that, while he himself rushes into the first house and sprays them both down. Double peeking together is a great way to win, and in order to do that, one must not overextend and be mindful of where your teammates are. In this example, Highvoltage has the zonal advantage and the high ground over 1952. They can easily gatekeep 1952. Sharp and Taufik are walking up the slope, meanwhile Magnet hops into a buggy to join them faster. Dizzy knocks out Sharp, but Taufik pushes him to trade and makes sure that his teammate wasn't knocked in vain. But the important thing here is that Taufik doesn't start fighting Assassin right away. He waits for Magnet to arrive so that they can double peek him. Props to Assassin too. He understands that he can't fight them at once, so he falls back to revive his teammate. Now, Taufik can push them right away, but he waits for Magnet to drop down just for extra safety. This discipline helped 1952 stay alive. Unfortunately, they lost Sharp to the play zone, but considering the amount of height advantage and the zone advantage that Highvoltage had, this is still very impressive trading. And it was all possible because they don't overextend and wait for their teammates to be in a position to be able to
Highvoltage. Wow! Incredible plays from 1952.